Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank JG, one of my subscribers, for sending this article, Fentanyl and Cocaine Deaths Rise. And this came out on BBC News. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is over in the UK. So it just go to show you how wide reaching this plague really is. It's really a global plague, but it's the worst in the US because everything is so accessible when it comes down to drugs in this country. So the number of deaths in England and Wales due to synthetic opioids, fentanyl, rose by 29% in 2017. So forms of the drug used to treat cancer pain are often imported illegally from Chinese laboratories and sold to users via the dark web. The deaths of psychoactive substances like spice or methadone have. The policy campaigners called on the government to fund drug treatment and stop criminalizing users. See, they're doing the same thing in the US. You know, they want to give amnesty to the user, you know, and it's really the user that's bringing down the country because you're spending a fortune on the Narcan and the personnel and spending all this money on reviving these people, and they really don't even want to be saved. So if you look down on this chart, the deaths from fentanyl increased by 29% last year, and you can see in the UK in 2008 where they were as far as deaths. And when you look across, you see right here 2017, it's going through the roof. It's no different there. Last year, heroin and morphine-related deaths decreased for the first time since 2012, while cocaine deaths rose. In total, 3,756 people were recorded as dying from legal and illegal drugs in England and Wales in 2017. Now, you can best believe they're lowballing that number, ladies and gentlemen. They're lowballing the number, you know, just like they do that here in the US. Cocaine-related deaths, highest since record began. So you can see they had their highest cocaine deaths in 2017. And just like the US, the deaths have been going on from 1993 all the way up to 2017. It's just increasing every single year. 2/3 of these deaths were accidental, related to drug misuse. Interesting. England and Wales rate of 66.1 drug deaths per 1 million is now more than 3 times the rate for the EU, Turkey, and Norway, according to the figures from the European Drug Report. Fentanyl, okay, so as you can see, China imports all of the fentanyl into the UK just like it does here in the US. The number of fentanyl deaths increased from 58 in 2016 to 75 in 2017. The drug has been found mixed with heroin, causing accidental overdoses in users. The most dangerous version of the opioid, known as carfentanil, which we know is the elephant tranquilizer, was behind 27 accidental fatalities during the year, the first time it has been recorded in death certificates. Harry Shapiro, director, DrugWise, said the fentanyl creeping into UK drug supplies was at least 100 times stronger than other Class A drugs. And we know just a grain of the size, the grain of salt is fatal. Meanwhile, there were 432 deaths related to cocaine in 2017, the highest amount ever recorded. Earlier this year, Security Minister Ben Wallace warned the UK was fast becoming the biggest consumer of cocaine in Europe. And as you can see, these are the deaths per million people in England and Wales. And you can see the Northeast is definitely the heaviest drug users. So you can see, I mean, it's just less of it going on in the lighter shades, but you can see it's a big problem over there in the UK. So they are struggling with their own demons when it comes down to drug abuse, even there. The latest data showed the northeast of England had significantly higher rate of drug deaths than other regions, 83 per million people, followed by the northwest of England and Wales. London had the lowest number of deaths. In Scotland, drug deaths hit a record high in 2017 and were the worst in Europe. I'm not surprised. You know, it seems like no matter where these folks are in the world, the addiction is bad. And it's bad in Ireland, it's bad all over a lot of countries in Europe, as well as New Zealand and Australia. They're also dealing with drug deaths that are going on there. And it's all the same. You know, I was even looking at the opioid epidemic in South Africa. I mean, it is literally going on everywhere across the globe. You know, it's just bad in some areas and then others, but the Western nations are definitely the worst. US, Canada, Mexico are the worst in the West. The US, nobody is doing more drugs than the US, and that's really a disgrace. This country claiming to be a superpower and claiming to be the land of the free, home of the brave, got the biggest junkies on the face of the earth. Go figure, right? But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. I am not surprised that the UK is struggling with this epidemic as well as other places. This is just the sign of the times. You know, the same as everywhere, these folks are not reproducing anymore. And they seem to be, any place where they're not reproducing seems to have the worst drug problems. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.